Hey, what up there, YouTubers? Alright, so I wanted to show you guys what I'm working on now. This is for my freshwater fish tank. I got these rocks today, and they were really dirty. I pulled them out of the bag, and I put them into this bin here, and I washed them out about 3-4 times in the bin, filled it up with water, dumped it out, filled it up, dumped it out, and then on the last one I filled it up again, and I pulled every single rock out of that bin, scrubbed it down with that brush you see there, and they're all nice and scrubbed up here. So I know some of you guys are not going to dedicate to scrub every single one of your rocks, but that's what I did. And so now the next step is going to be to dump all this water out, clean out this bin as good as I can, and I will pour about a capful of the Clorox, let the rocks sit inside this bin with the Clorox for about no longer than maybe 5 to 10 minutes max. And then once I do that, I will wash out the rocks about another 4 or 5 times, as many times as it takes. All you got to do is smell the rocks. Once you don't smell the Clorox anymore, you know you got it good. And then the last step will actually be to get dechlorifier. Put these rocks inside of a bin full of dechlorifier. Let them sit inside the bin with dechlorifier for about another maybe half hour, and then I'm gonna put them out in the sun, let them bake in the sun for 24 hours, and once that is done, I'll put them in the tank and show you guys what I do with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video now. Alright, so I got the rocks back in the bin now. I wet them down a little bit. There's a little bit of water in there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the cap here that I got full, and be very careful because I have it full all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in there, and that's all you need, just about a cap full. I'll go ahead and put that back on here. Alright, and go ahead and grab the hose and fill this puppy up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up here, and I will let it sit for about 15 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Alright, so it's only been so far about 5 minutes. So just wanted to give you guys a look, and so you can see everything we got going on here. This rock over here looks a little bit dirty, but I scrubbed the crap out of all these rocks, so I don't know, maybe the Clorox is eating away. We'll see. Once I wash them out a couple times, we'll see how good they look. You can see they're all nice and smooth because I scrubbed them down. And I'll get back to you guys when I start pouring out the water, you know, and refilling it and pouring out the water. I'll probably do that about 4 times, and then start smelling the rocks to see if they still smell like Clorox. I might have to do a couple more water changes there, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so it's about that time. It's 10 minutes later. I got my bucket and I got my dechlorinizer here. So before I even think about using that, I'm gonna go ahead and dump this water out with the Clorox. I'm gonna be dumping it out, refilling with the hose, dumping it out, refilling with the hose a couple different times, and then once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and put all the rocks in the bucket with the dechlorinizer. I'll leave it in there for half an hour. And when I'm done with that, I'll put the rocks out to bake in the sun for just about 24 hours. So I'll get back to you guys in a minute here. Actually, because of the fact that I'm holding my phone, I kind of have to keep pausing and going back. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to dump this with one hand. I'll get back to you guys. Alright, so I wanted to show you this because I already went ahead and sprayed it down, and I dumped it out about 3 times. But now what I'm doing is I changed the jet on my hose, and now I'm like hitting every rock individually. So I'm spraying every single rock down, making sure that I get as much as I can before I actually fill this thing up. So this I can, you know, target the rock, you know, and hit it with pressure and get anything that I might have on there off. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the rocks. I wasn't looking at the phone, so I might have gone off there for a second. So as you can see, I'm trying to hit every single rock on every part that I can that I see before the bin fills up with water here. And once the bin fills up with water, I'm going to go ahead and change the jet and fill it up again until it's completely underwater, and then I'll dump it. I'm going to do this about 2 more times. I already smelled the rocks the last time that I did it, and I didn't smell any Clorox, but I'm going to do this about 2 more times just to be sure. So I'll pause the video for now. Alright guys, so my phone is dying and my flash is out, so I'm doing this a little bit in the dark here. I'm getting a little bit of light, but what I did now was I dumped it out about 4 or 5 times. Actually, I dumped it out 4 or 5 times, maybe more like 6, 7 times. But by the 4th time, I can no longer smell the Clorox in the rock. Now remember, these are not porous rocks, and these are river rocks. So these are not porous like other rocks. You might have to do it a lot more times if you have rocks that are more porous. This is more of a solid rock. It's a river rock. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray on top of the lid here. I already went ahead and put away the bin, and I'm just gonna spray on top of the lid here a couple times, you know, get anything I might have missed off, just spray it like so. Just gonna spray everything I can off of here. Pretty much got it all cleaned up. These are the cleanest rocks I think I've ever dealt with, I'll tell you that. And so yeah, just spraying this off here. And then what I'm gonna do is, once I'm done there, I'll go ahead and put them in the bucket. I'll be using the Dechlorination solution. Leave it there for about maybe 15 minutes, and then I'll put the rocks out to bake in the sun for about 24 hours. Alright, so let me get back to those. Alright, so my phone is running out of battery, and I no longer have flash, so I'm using the light here in the porch. But I went ahead and filled up the cap. See, if you look here, you see, let me see under the light, there you go, you can see it's hollow there, and I filled that up and poured it in there. And now I'm just going to agitate the water a little bit here, fill up the rest of that bucket, get it all the way to the top, make sure all the rocks are sunken in. All right, everything's underwater. Alright guys, now all we got to wait is 15 more minutes, and we'll go ahead and put the rocks out to bake in the sun all morning. Alright, talk to you later. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you where we're at. Let me get away from the light here. And so I put all the rocks in the bucket. It's got the dechlorinizer in there. I'm waiting till about, let's see if we can get the watch. Well, whatever, I know what time it is. I'm waiting till about 4:25. Yeah, 4:25 a.m. because I work nights, so I'm up late. And once that's done, I'm going to pull them out each one by one. And I'll put them out on this shirt right here. And see, there's a dechlorinizer that I used. And I'll just put them on the shirt here and let them sit in the sun all morning. And by nighttime, they should be good. So I'm going to pause it now. Hopefully I can catch the end of the video. Let's see, my phone's dying, but I'll get back to you. Alright, so the time has come. And we're going to go ahead and start picking out rocks and putting them here on our t-shirt, on my t-shirt. I'm sorry, I ain't got much light, but I'll show them to you here once I get them all out. Not done yet. All right. I'm not sure. I think we got like maybe 5 or 6 left there. All right. So those are the rocks. We're gonna go ahead and let those bake in the sun all day, and by tomorrow night we should be able to use them. We'll start making little hides for the fish tank. I might silicone some together. I might use some for bedding, and we'll see how it comes out in the tank. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Wasn't that good, but I did what I can to at least show you how to do it. So see you guys later.